So this is going to be your hair removal procedure, This is an untimed procedure, which means that there won't be a stopwatch on it. The proctor will come up to you directly and ask you to do your procedure. They will start with, please demonstrate your soft wax procedure. Then they will ask you to demonstrate your tweezing procedure. You will do this on the same eye as if you've waxed the eye and then have to go and tweeze an eyebrow. We're going to start. So my proctor has come and said, please demonstrate your soft wax procedure. The first thing you're going to do is sanitize your hands, and you're going to put your gloves on. Again, make sure you have a pair of gloves that you can put on readily and comfortably that don't flop, but you can get them on. I have had students that have gone to state board and come back because the proctor said I took too long to put my gloves on and they failed this whole procedure. So make sure you get your gloves on properly. You need 2 strips, 2 flat sticks, 1 pointy stick, 7 cotton, and a pair of tweezers. You're going to start with eye pads. Take 2 cottons, take your eye pad solution, open it up, put a generous amount on the cotton, and I smush mine together so they get nice and saturated. I then separate them and I put the eye pads on my client's eyes and I press them gently. Don't poke at them. Press them gently into the client. Remember, there's eyeballs under there, theoretically, right? So you're going to put your eye pads. You want to make sure they're fairly damp so they stick to the client. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do antiseptic. Antiseptic, you're going to take 1 cotton, put a drop of antiseptic, and on the right eyebrow, well, if you're right-handed, you're going to use the right eyebrow. If you're left-handed, you're going to use your left eyebrow. You're going to saturate the eyebrow with the antiseptic, and you're going to throw that in the trash. You're then going to dry the eyebrow because you can't wax an eyebrow that is wet, and that's going to go into the trash. Then we're going to get our simulated wax. You cannot hold your simulated wax because it's a hot wax pot. What you can do is you can move it where you want it, take the lid off, the lid goes into the trash can. You're going to take 1 of your flat sticks, you're going to take the smallest, tiniest, teeniest, littlest, smallest amount of product. This is about the size of an apple seed or a sunflower seed. And then you're going to put it on the inside, not up here, on the inside of your wrist. You're going to wipe the product. This goes in the trash. Take 1 of your strips, lay it on there, and take the product off. Now, because this is Vaseline, it's petroleum jelly, you don't want to put it on and just rip it off like you would regularly. What I'm doing is when I go, I'm going to show you really slow. I wipe and pull. So it looks like I'm doing a regular pull, but I'm really wiping the product off so it's not sticky. That goes in the trash immediately, okay? Then you're going to take your long stick. You're going to take your long stick. Now, you can take either of these sticks, it doesn't matter. I think it's easier to do it with the slanted side of the long stick. And I go in, again, you cannot pick up your cup, but you can hold it if you want with your fingers. And you're going to get an amount of product that kind of fills the end of your stick. Not a lot. You don't want too much, but you want a good amount. So it is important at state board that you brace. That means your little finger or these fingers need to touch your client while you have the stick in your hand. You can't do this, that's not bracing. The hand that has the implement has to brace. So I'm going to lay my little finger against her temple. I'm going to take my stick and I'm going to put it underneath the eyebrow. I'm going to wipe out the product. So I put a little bead of product right at the underneath of the inside of the eyebrow. And then I'm going to draw the product without lifting my little pinky all the way down to the outside end of the eyebrow. The product goes from here all the way to here. Then I take my stick and I throw it in the trash. You have to do that without lifting your finger. It has to be like a rocking motion. Then you're going to take your strip, and the best way to do this, I'm going to show you how to do it. You take it in your dominant hand and you lay it across the eyebrow. Your non-dominant finger is just going to hold it in place. Oops. Then you're going to swipe it across the eyebrow with your dominant hand. You're going to take the thumb, this is important, take the thumb of the non-dominant hand and put it on the temple. This is holding the skin tight. If you've waxed before, you know you have to hold the skin tight. So this is holding the skin taut. Put your thumb down here. Then you're going to grab your wax strip with your dominant hand, and when you do this, I'm going to do it in slow motion first. You're going to peel really close to the skin, lift up your finger and put it there and massage the skin. This is what it looks like in fast motion. You only have this once. You take your strip, hold it non-dominant hand, smooth it with the dominant hand, non-dominant thumb goes onto the temple. With your forefinger and your thumb of your dominant hand, you're going to rip and move this at the same time to soothe the skin. This then goes into the trash. You're then going to take, your antiseptic over the trash, 1 drop of antiseptic, and you're going to dry that down. Then she'll say, please demonstrate your tweezing procedure. So you're going to take another cotton with antiseptic, and you're going to wipe it onto the eyebrow. Then you're going to take that antiseptic covered cotton, and you're going to make a cotton ring on your non-dominant hand. It can be the middle finger, it can be the ring finger, it doesn't matter. You're going to take your tweezers, and notice these are flat, slanted tweezers. These are the only kind of tweezers you can take to state board. Flat, slanted tweezers. Notice that my point of the tweezers, the longest part, are on the top. I'm then going to flip the longest part towards myself, and I'm going to lay that right on my finger with my thumb on top of it, so it looks like that. This is how we tweeze at state board. Then you're going to lay the tweezer right onto your client's skin. You're not going to do this. You'll fail it if you do this. You have to lay the tweezer onto your client's skin. Again, bracing. So I take all 3 of these fingers and I lay them against my client's temple. I then take the flat, I lay it in, right on the skin. I go in, I clamp, I pull. I'm not plucking. This is not a chicken. Okay, you're tweezing a hair. You lay the tweezers flat on her skin. You push a little bit towards the nose. Close the tweezers and rock back. You take that hair and you put it into the cotton. Let go, come back, 3 fingers on your client, lay the tweezer onto your client's eyebrow, push a little forward, clamp the tweezers, rock back, lift up, tweezers go on the cotton ring, 1 more time. Usually they'll ask for 3 hairs. Tweezers go immediately and to be disinfected. Cotton goes in the trash, okay? Then you're going to, 1 more time, antiseptic, a lot of antiseptic in this, and then you're going to cleanse the skin with the antiseptic to clean off any debris and bacteria. You're going to open your post-epilation product. You're going to take the smallest, teeniest, littlest, bittiest, tiniest bit, like the size of a, I don't know, it's the size of it's little. Put that on the back of your head or your hand, dump that in the trash. Then you're going to take your ring finger and you're going to mush. Now you can't even see the lotion anymore, okay? And then you're going to soothe the eyebrow with that ring finger. You're then going to take the eye pads off, put them into your gloves, put the other glove in there, inside out. Those go in the trash. Your proctor will walk to another student and you can make sure this goes. So this is going to go in the trash. I just put my, I just fold my wax because it doesn't have a lid anymore. I just fold it in the paper so the wax doesn't get everywhere. That goes in your trash. You've got post-epilation and antiseptic. You won't use these again. They can go in your to be disinfected. You'll need the iPad solution again, so put it right next to your degreaser. Put it right next to your degreaser. Go ahead and sanitize your hands and step back. At this point, if you are not the last person that the proctor comes to, you can kind of readjust if you want to. I don't like to have my SMAs hanging out the end, so I just kind of readjust. Remember, there's heavy things in here, so you want to be careful when you readjust. Okay? Look at everything, make sure you're happy, sanitize your hands, fold this over, step back.